What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rob James coming at you guys with another video. Now, before I jump into it right quick, I just want to say that my goal of reaching 100 subscribers by the end of October is still in full swing. When the month got started, I was sitting at 68 subscribers. I'm now sitting at 82. And we are barely halfway through the month, so I have nothing but utmost confidence that this can get accomplished. Do keep in mind that this is not something that I'm trying to force. This is completely up to you guys that are watching this video. So if you're brand new to this channel and you like the content that I'm pushing out, if you enjoy the videos, feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on all post notifications so that you don't miss a beat whenever I post these videos. To those of you that are already subscribed to the channel and you feel the exact same way, drop a like on this video. I would like to see these videos gain some traction. I appreciate everyone's love and support on these videos. I appreciate everyone stopping by, dropping comments, giving me these endless compliments. You know, it has me feeling pretty good going into the Modern Warfare season. Also, my Twitter handle is posted here on the bottom left corner of the screen, so feel free to shoot me a follow on Twitter so that way you don't miss any updates from me. I will be posting updates on Twitter when I drop these videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, last week I uploaded a video about the 5 things that I absolutely hated about Black Ops 4. We're at the end of the Black Ops 4 season, so this is kind of a final thoughts thing for me. Today I will be talking about 5 things that I liked about Black Ops 4. Now, if you saw the last video about the 5 things I didn't like about Black Ops 4, I'm going to be a complete hypocrite. I'm going to have some contradiction in my statements. I'm well aware of that, but there's a pro and a con to everything. So I don't want to sound completely one-sided here. For everything that I hated, there was maybe a few things about the things that I hated that I ended up liking in the long run. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with number 5. Number 5, I was absolutely pleased with the movement system. Now, we all know that Black Ops 4 is a boots on ground version of Black Ops 3, so it made sense that Treyarch wanted to maintain its consistency with the advanced movement system. Not only that, I know from the first Black Ops, I think the original slide button, you would dive and go prone. I thought it was the stupidest thing in the world. The slide, jump, and shoot technique is one of the most clutch movement techniques that I've ever experienced in Black Ops 4. Yes, it made for us being labeled as absolute sweaties, but you know, if you're playing Black Ops 4, you're a sweat. Don't be a hypocrite and call out somebody else for being a sweaty nerd. You know, if you're playing this game, you were using the same technique, you're sweating on top of that. The system was absolutely needed. It will get us out of sticky situations. Sometimes we'll be cornered by multiple enemies, and sometimes that split second slide, jump, and shoot was very clutch. It got me out of some very tight situations. I was very pleased with that. It did make the gameplay experience a bit more tolerable for me. Number 4, of all the score streaks in the video game, my absolute favorite was the Sniper's Nest. I don't know what it was about Black Ops 4. The score streak rewards, even with the high fatal ones, they were very weak. They were easy to shoot down. The strike team and the attack chopper, as dangerous as they were, the strike team could be taken down relatively easy even before they touched the ground. And then the attack chopper, a lot of people stopped using that when the Zero specialist got put into the game because they were always afraid of that attack chopper being hacked and turned against them, the same way people stopped running the, the drone squadron. I love the Sniper's Nest because that thing put in work every single time I called it in. When I called in that Sniper's Nest, you would have thought that I had the entire FaZe clan on my team, and it just made for an unfair matchup. I'm pretty sure most of you felt the same exact way. I started calling in the Sniper's Nest. It was my preference over the attack chopper because even with the Zero in the game, if she ended up running her ice pick and started taking over streaks, the most she could do was destroy the Sniper's Nest. She couldn't take that Sniper's Nest and turn it against you. That became my preference over the attack chopper, and even as dangerous as the attack chopper was when you called it in, it was very inconsistent. There would be some games where it was on, and if the attack chopper was on, I mean, it was on. It was absolutely shredding people. But if it wasn't being as consistent, then you would think to yourself, what was the purpose of calling this thing in the first place? The Sniper's Nest almost never let you down. The only time it became a nightmare was when it was just shot down immediately, or if the Zero got a hold of it. Good old number 3, and this is where the contradiction kicks in. Now, in the last time I did this, when I talked about the 5 things that I didn't like about Black Ops 4, one of the criticisms I had was that I didn't like the fact that we had recycled content in the game. Recycled content was being passed off as new content, especially for DLC, when Activision was charging us $60 for a season pass. I thought it was pretty stupid. But ironically enough, number 3 on the things that I liked about Black Ops 4 was the older maps from Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. Jungle, Summit, and Grind are probably my top 3 favorite maps in the whole game, and I guess it's probably because of familiarity. I did like the updated design. I like the remastered look of them. I knew all the angles. I knew all the tight spots. I pretty much knew where I wanted to go around the map. So if I had any of those 3 maps up in the lobbies, I was almost assured a good to great game. You know, those maps right there, even against a sweaty lobby, I did more than enough to hold my own. I'm not saying that I was guaranteed victory every single time. Yes, I had some matches where things weren't really working in my direction, but when I was in the lobby and I saw those maps pop up, I did not leave that lobby. I didn't care who was in it, because as long as those maps were in that lobby, as long as they came up and I knew I was playing those maps, I stood a fighting chance. So you guys kind of helped me out on this one, because see, now I'm talking about how I didn't like the recycled content, but some of these recycled maps were my favorite maps in the entire game. How did you guys feel about that? Did you like the fact that these maps were recycled, or did you just prefer that they didn't end up in the game at all and we got something a little more fresh? Let me know down in the comment section about that. I want to get you guys' opinions. Number 2, I loved it when Deathmatch Domination was in the featured playlist. Now, a lot of guys in today's generation of gaming will call you out if you play a game of domination and you're not playing the OBJ. You know, I'm in a couple of Facebook groups where people will post their numbers from recent matches they had, and if it was a domination game and they had high kills but they didn't have a high number of objective scores, they immediately got called out. But once again, let's stop being hypocrites. How many of us have hopped into a game of domination with zero intent whatsoever of playing the objective? We were solely there to play assault from start to finish. Well, the good thing about Deathmatch Domination, we didn't really care about playing the objectives. You could get points anyway off of kills, and so anytime that game mode ended up in a playlist, I jumped straight into it, so that when I walked into these toxic Facebook groups and posted my numbers, well, you can't really say anything about me not playing the objective, because at the end of the day, that's not the only thing that you had to do to win the game. So I could score points as well as get a high kill game, and it's kind of selfish on my end because I was only getting those high kill games so I could have them for content for this YouTube channel. Funny enough, I haven't posted a single game because I just haven't gotten around to it. They're just still sitting there in the vault, and because Black Ops 4 is pretty much over and done with, you'll probably never see that gameplay. Last but not least, number 1 on the things that I liked about Black Ops 4. If you guys are expecting some kind of grand number 1, don't expect it. My number 1 is pretty basic. But if you're looking at the gameplay right now, you will see this weapon that I'm using here, the Maddox, is the number 1 thing I loved about Black Ops 4. Now, when I first started using this weapon, it was pretty hard to understand and figure out because it handled a little differently from the other assault rifles. It has been highly touted as the best assault rifle in the game, and frankly, my own personal opinion, that's not even up for debate. Now, the Maddox has also been the source of a lot of rage quitting. You know, I've never seen a weapon. Yes, there's the SOG, there's the Spitfire. There's a lot of these game-breaking weapons in Black Ops 4 that induce rage. I don't think any of them have induced more rage than the Maddox. And the only reason I got into the Maddox was because I got tired of those booty sweaty, bunny hopping, Prophet, Seraph users just walking around just taking my head off with that Maddox. I could only criticize those guys so much until I myself became that booty sweaty, bunny hopping, Prophet, Seraph, Outrider, you know, Maddox user. It was pretty funny when I was the one inducing rage out of other people. If I ever go back and revisit this game, of course, with Modern Warfare coming out, if I ever decide to go back to Black Ops 4 and revisit this game, I don't think I would ever play a single match without the Maddox ever again. This is my go-to weapon when things are getting rough, if things aren't swinging in my direction. I know that I'm going to get some consistency with the Maddox, because everything else, for as good as a whole lot of these other weapons are, they tend to let you down sometimes, and I, for the life of me, could not understand why that would be the case. But when all else fails, pull out the Maddox, get booty sweaty on them. So yeah, that about does it for this video. I didn't intend for this to be as long as its counterpart, because Call of Duty Black Ops 4, I would not put this among the greatest in the Call of Duty series. It had the potential. The potential was there. This game had the potential to go down as one of the greatest Call of Duty games in the series, but Treyarch and Activision, I feel like they played an equal hand in ensuring that that did not happen. There was too many hiccups on both the ends of the developer and the publisher, but Black Ops 5 will be coming in the next year or so. So we'll see if Treyarch ends up making up for previous mistakes. We'll see how that turns out because they still have that bully in Activision that they have to deal with. So I gave everybody my opinions, my 5 things that I liked and disliked about the game. So I want to hear everybody else's opinions. It's no secret. I like hearing everybody's sides. So let me know down in the comment section, what 5 things did you like the most about Black Ops 4? It could be the weapons, operator mods, it could be the maps, the gameplay itself. Just let me know. I would like to take an interest in reading everyone else's opinions. So I'm gonna shut it down right here because I don't want to drag out the outro too long. Once again, if you're brand new to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on all post notifications, and I would like everybody to drop a like on this video. I'm very happy with the traction that my videos are starting to get. I don't know if it's because of the YouTube algorithm or what it is, but I'm definitely trying to take advantage of that. I appreciate everybody's undying love and support. My videos are finally starting to reach out to people. I'm definitely feeling good going into the season of Modern Warfare. I'm feeling pretty strong about it. At this point, the sky's the limit for me. So, yep, that about does it here. As always, this is your boy Rob James. I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a good one. Peace.